Here we go. Good morning. Hello, hello. Hi everybody. Happy Saturday. I knew something was missing and it was the headset. So, doesn't matter for Instagram, but it definitely matters for this, right? So, let me make sure you guys have sound. This is a beautiful Saturday morning in Massachusetts. So, from wherever you are watching, we thank you for watching. This is Deba and my Saturday morning power class from Mystic Fitness. My name is Amy. This is the beautiful Debamitra, who so graciously models this class for us. I hope everybody had a great week. I did. It's been beautiful up here in the Northeast. And I don't have very many announcements this week. My understanding is that possibly a week from Monday we might be allowed to reopen and have a limited number of students in the studio. Um, so we'll find out about that during this week probably. No good news on the outdoor practice front. We still have not been given a permit from the city of Framingham to allow us to practice outdoors. So I'm not sure where that stands at this point, but we're going to tell you if and when that does occur. So we're dying to see you guys again, but we want to comply with all safety measures necessary to beat this virus. So we're not going to rush into anything. Um, and we just want to do everything as safely and truly as possible. So in the meantime, we get these great live streams to enjoy together. Let's get started. As always, questions, you can comment. Just say hi in the comments. Let me know you're here. And address any questions to mysticfitness@gmail.com. Ready to start grounding? All right, so if you sit nicely like Deva is, whatever's comfortable for you. So this is lotus position with an upright spine, which suits many, but you may prefer to practice sitting on blocks or sitting on a chair for that matter, or with your legs out in front of you. So whatever is a comfortable seated position for you, please take that. And I'd like you to really tune into what's going on inside you, around you, and bring the outside in by breathing, intentional breathing. So let's take all the beauty outside of us and bring it into our bodies. With one deep inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs. And exhale. And inhaling. And exhaling. And just take some beautiful deep breaths. It's a great way to calm the heart. Just focusing on our breath. And when you found your grounding, when you found your oneness with your environment and with other people and other creatures, we'll seal it with the sacred sound of Om. So bring your hands to your heart center. Cleansing breath in and out. One more deep breath in. Om. Enjoy your practice on this beautiful morning. And thank you for coming to class. We'll start on our hands and knees. So if you want to turn around on your mat, and please plant your hands and plant your knees. And start with some gentle cow and cat stretches. Inhale, arching your spine, raising your head and your tail. And exhale, tucking and rounding. And inhale, arching and rounding. And just find the fluidity that lives in your muscular structure, in your bones, in your body, in your cellular matter. Good. And expand the range of motion. So with hands planted and knees planted, just start to circle your body. So just take some free motion in one direction, maybe circling to the right and circling to the left. Good. Coming back to center, hands planted, knees planted, tabletop position. Belly draws in firmly, back is flat. So you really want to have a nice flat tabletop here before extending your right leg back. So begin with the right leg extension. Starting with toes on the floor is a great idea. And push back and forward to just stretch the back of your calf and your foot muscles. So with toes planted, you're just going to move back and forth gently, gently experiencing the muscles in the back of that leg. Good. See if you can't raise the right leg in the air, keeping it straight, and that's going to take some glute strength. And please then open the right leg out to the right. Watch those water bottles. Good. And extend it as far out to the right as you are able to. And with that foot planted on the floor, go ahead and return to those cow and cat, to the circles actually. Let's just circle a little bit with the leg extended. Good. And please then bring the leg back behind you and elevate it. So we're going to raise it and go right into some core work here. Extend your left arm in front of you. So you'll inhale and you'll pull the leg and the arm apart and exhale and tuck knee to elbow. Good. Take 10 of these. Extend and tuck. And when you do this, try to keep your back as flat as possible. Extending and tucking and applying a breath pattern to these movements. So perhaps the inhale is the extension of the limbs and the exhale is the tucking. 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Returning to the extension, and then go ahead, Deb, and right back to your tabletop. Beautifully done. You can move your hips to one side and to the other, just kind of loosening up those glutes a little bit. Breathe in and out. Okay, here we go on the other side. So extend your left leg back, and we begin that extension with the foot on the floor. And then pushing forward and back to stretch the back of that left leg. And that should just be easy and feel kind of good. Fantastic. Raise the leg and just experience how that feels. And if you will, open it out to the left and then bring the foot down. And with the leg extension to the side, make your circles. So just kind of, we're really just lubricating our joints here. And you can take two directions. Just smiling because you guys are so great with your good mornings and your hi Amy's and all these beautiful things that you write. So thank you for doing that. That's nice. People send little rainbows. They write good to see you. So thanks for coming to class, guys. Okay, and then we raise that left leg, bring it back and raise it. And the right arm will now extend. And you inhale and you pull those limbs apart. Let's do an exhale and a tuck, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend and tuck, extend and tuck, extend, tuck, extend, tuck. 5 more, guys. Last one. Good. Extend and then carefully and slowly return to your tabletop. Breathe in, arching your spine for cow. Breathe out, rounding and tucking. So go ahead, alternate between some cow and cat positions. And we'll go to our first downward facing dog of this beautiful Saturday morning of ours. You will tuck your toes under and raise your knees up. Raise the hips up, downward facing dog. And that's a beautiful, beautiful summit there. So I want a flat back. Bend in the knees if you need to. So there's nothing wrong with a small bending in the knees here in your downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy. Okay, loosen up your neck. And start walking your dog so you can just press one heel at a time into the ground and bend one knee at a time. In the Instagram, I'm just like a hand. So hi guys. We haven't really been able to get these cameras correctly so they can film us adequately on Facebook and at the same time Instagram. So you've got Deba on Instagram, which is awesome. Here's your down dog. Let's fire up those thigh muscles, okay? Is this your favorite exercise that we do, Deba? You'll inhale, pick up your hips high, but bend your knees to a hover. So you're loading up a spring here. And exhale, you're just going to spring with control into a high plank. Very hard to do that. Good. Let's try a few of these. Inhale, hips up in the air, but knees bend. And exhale, high plank. Excellent. Inhale, hips up, knees hover. Exhale, high plank. Take 7 more of these. These are very challenging. Use that breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding the plank if you're able to, and if not, please bring your knees to the ground. Take tabletop instead of plank at any time that you wish. And if you are in plank, you'll roll forward on your toes and bend at your elbows to low plank. And if you're in tabletop, roll forward on the knees and lower down. Good. Inhaling to an upward facing dog. Tops of the feet press into the floor if that's available to you. And exhale, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Take your big breath in and let go with your ah. Couple more breaths here. Inhale and release ah. One more time for me. Inhale and let go with your ah. Good. Sun salutation A. First time, we're going to slow it down. After that, we're going to flow right through it. Bend your knees. Prepare for flight. Look forward. Okay. Hop, skip, jump or walk. Feet meet the hands. Hands come on the shins. You inhale to a flat back or a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, circle sweep. Rise all the way up and lift. Exhale, prayer hands come to your heart center. Here's your grounding. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, circle sweep, rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. Nice. Hands on the ground, inhaling, flat back, halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, walk, however you want to get there to your high plank. Hold your high plank. We're going to hold it, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa, bending at the elbows, low plank, inhaling. Upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe it out. 2 more. Let's go a little faster. Look forward, bend your knees, hop, skip, jump or walk, feet to the hands. Inhaling, flat back with hands on shins, and exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, circle sweep, rise all the way up and reach. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, circle sweep, rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down for me. Hands on the ground, inhaling, flat back, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Hands on the ground, inhaling, flat back, hop, skip, jump or walk. High plank, hold that plank, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa, rolling forward on the toes or the knees if you are in tabletop. Inhaling, upward facing dog. That's a deep breath in. That's a great way to decompress the abdominals. Flip your feet, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale. Let go. 1 more time. Inhale. And let it go. Okay, sun sale, last time. Look forward, bend your knees, hop, skip, jump or walk, feet to hands. Hands on the shins, inhaling flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ready guys, circle sweep, pick it all the way up. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down for me. Good. Inhaling, flat back, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, hands on the floor. Hop, skip, jump, walk, high plank, holding that plank or tabletop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Roll forward, bend the elbows. Up dog. That's a breath in. And downward facing dog. Guys, breathe in and breathe out. 1 more time. Big breath in. Let it go with your ah. Chair pose. Bend the knees, look forward, hop, skip, jump, walk. Feet meet the hands, hands on the shins. Inhales your flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Take a deep bend in the knees here. Okay, so take that squat. And with your next inhale, you will flip your chest and arms up off of the ground. Good. And we have this beautiful side view here of Deba taking a great chair pose. What you can't see is the distance between her feet. So that's up to you, okay? You can keep sides of feet together or separate them. And everybody has different, obviously, anatomical structure. So it might be better for you to have feet together, or it might be better for you to separate your feet. So play around with that a little bit and decide what's the best chair pose for you. Let's all of us just sit a little bit deeper. And Deba's got hands in prayer, which is one beautiful way to conduct your chair. You can also take goalpost arms, or you can take arms in front of you. So what works for you on this Saturday morning? And it changes every day, every day. Our practices evolve, don't they? 2 more breaths in chair, please. Breathe in, breathe out. And with this next breath in, flood the body with oxygen. And out, and you can see again we're like a loaded spring in chair. Chair's a launching position, isn't it? So go down deep And then when you breathe in next, I want you to rise up nice and high. And when you do that, straighten your legs, maybe even the heels lift up a little. Your belly must be drawn in. Okay, that's the only way that that straight stand is going to be secured. Use the abdominal muscles. Feel that, guys? Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right back to your chair position. And this is where the hands come in, or your arm placement helps you. So decide how you want your arms. We're going to launch up again. So take that deep breath in, just like a rocket, and rise up. Exhale, come right back down into your chair. Good. Try it again. Inhale, rising. I want you to really just stretch the entire body. Good. And then dip. And a couple more of these. Inhale. And you'll find if you engage those glutes that that rising is going to be even stronger. And exhale. Find that chair for me. Good. One more time. Rising up nice and high. And chair position. Good, that was difficult. Step your left foot back behind you. We find a crescent lunge position from that chair. Okay, now in crescent lunge, your back knee can be bent. Okay, so the back knee. Yeah, nice little bend in it. That's going to protect the lower back. Front knee is bent, and our heel is off the floor, the back heel. And you're going to find that same spring in the body, and you'll launch from there. So take a nice dip in crescent lunge, and you can do whatever works for you with the arms. Good. And then rise back up. Option to straighten the legs, up to you guys. So let's dip and rise. Dip and rise. Again, applying breath pattern to your movement. Dip and rise. One more time. Dip and rise. Fantastic. The back foot steps forward to meet the right foot. So the left foot steps forward. And then we go right back into that chair position. Good. And this time the right foot steps back, finding crescent lunge now on the left side. Okay, so which side it is determined by the dominant leg, which is ordinarily the leg in the front. Okay, so now we're on crescent lunge, left side. You can see that beautiful bend in Deba's back knee. And I advise everybody to take a small bend in that back leg when you're in crescent lunge proper. Nice. Here we go, my loves. Inhale, push up. Exhale, the dip. Yeah. Inhale, up. Exhale, dip. Take 3 more. Up and dip. Up, dip, up, and dip. Returning to crescent lunge proper. Beautifully done. Step your back foot forward to meet the front one. Rise all the way up, inhaling, and land in chair as your exhale. A lot of chair today, a lot of thigh work that we're doing today. Breathing in and out. Rise all the way up. My goodness, you guys are great. 2 hands meet above us, and exhaling, prayer hands to your heart center. Students, breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. Why don't you take a water break? So grab some water. I'm just speaking, and I'm like drenched with sweat. How are you doing? Yeah. Is it the room, or is it just like the activity? I think so too. I hope that you guys at home are sweating. We're excited about, bringing you back to the heated room one day. I don't know when, but certainly one day we'll be back in this heated room. So um, make sure you hydrate. All right. Ready, Deba? Take some balancing, okay? Well, inhale, eagle, arms up high. So what you want to do with your eagle is really stretch and align the body evenly. So it's always a great idea to take some time in the rising and to give it legitimate time. All right, it's not just a prelude to get into eagle. Rising up, stretching, and aligning is extremely valuable in and of itself. Once you're up there, identify your right arm. Your right arm's going to swing underneath your left, and you're going to wrap the arms kind of like ropes or ribbons around each other, crossing at elbows and wrists, and palms can come together possibly. And if not, you take those eagle arms and you hold a digit, or put your hands on your shoulders. So there's plenty of ways to formulate your wings. And with those wings, you can pull them up and down or side to side. Mm. Thanks, Susie. Bend your knees and sit down. So we're going to sit down, please. We were just experienced that in chair earlier. Right leg comes high up and over the left. So let's get that right leg up and over. So here's your eagle position. And she's making it look super easy, and I know that it isn't. This takes immense concentration. And from eagle, I really enjoy opening up, please, into Nataraja pose. So let's find that dancer king by untangling the right leg and untangling the arms just enough that that right hand meets the right knee, and you open that knee out to the right. And dancer king. 2 breaths here, please. After your 2 breaths, please reassemble into eagle. So if you can, that right leg wraps right back over the left, and the right arm comes underneath your left for your eagle. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Release the legs, release the arms, flap out those wings a little bit. That's going to feel really good. And you know, you may be practicing the music. I hope you have your favorite music on. Or you might be outdoors and the birds and the insects and the little frogs, and nature is your music. Other side. Inhale, align, stretch up. Identify your left arm and swing your left arm underneath your right, crossing at elbows and wrists. Play with the wings a little bit so you can pull them up or down, helping to open up your shoulders. You can flop them side to side. So just get some nice shoulder and back and arm opening in there. Good. Bend your knees and sit down. And wrap your left leg up and over your right. Finding those eagle legs and eagle arms. Breathe here. And students, when you're ready, you know the transition now is going to be into Nataraja. So you unwrap the legs and the arms, and you open up into Dancer King. And please feed this posture breath. So breathe in, breathe out. Nice, deep, intentional breathing. It will prepare you for the next transition, which is right back into your eagle pose. So that left leg wraps up and over the right, left arm under, wrapping arms and legs. Breathe. One more breath. And eagle release. Go ahead, flap those wings. Look at you, pretty bird. All the pretty birds out there. Have you noticed your bird feeders lately? I have so many new visitors, and they're so unique. Like red ones and yellow ones, and oh, it's such a joy. Eagle. Okay, so that's done. Open up to five-pointed star. So we'll inhale and open up wide. And you know what, Deborah, why don't we set up blocks in the front and the end? So if you have blocks, I think I'd like to take us into a balancing half moon pose from five-pointed star eventually. So set up your blocks if you use them for balancing half moon. So we'll inhale up. Exhale, open up. So spread the arms and spread your feet big and wide. Five-pointed star. These are good. Let's take a forward fold. So breathe in. I want you to lift up and fold forward. Yeah. Good. Now hold on to your feet if you can. And if that's not available, you'll hold on to your shins or your ankles. Roll the weight forward into the balls of your feet. And just enjoy a nice stretch. I'd like to add a shoulder stretch here too though. So if you will, you're going to interlace those fingers behind you and just pull those arms up. And if that's not available, hold on to a strap or a belt or face cloth or a towel or anything that you have close to you. Good. Okay, you can either release the arms or leave them as they are, but you're going to tap into that core strength. Belly draws in and up. Insides of your thighs are going to roll toward each other as you use your core power to rise up slowly and carefully. That was great. Okay, pushing off with the left foot, we take balancing half moon on the right side. So let that left foot push off. Good. Now using the sides of your body, all right, you're going to please, on that elevated leg, open up the hip. But you use the sides of your body to cause that spiraling. So work from the edges of your abdomen. Balancing half moon position. Come back down into your five-pointed star and try the same thing on the other side. So this time pushing off with your right leg. And you can see Deborah reaches for the block. There we go. Because it's really nice to have an extension of your arm for balancing half moon. Our arms are shorter than our legs, so it's really super to have that arm extension at your fingertips. Breathe. Beautifully done. Come back to that five-pointed star. How do you feel about burpees? Are you a burpee girl? You can be. You guys want burpees today? Obviously not from this position, but it might be nice to get the heart rate up. Since we've slowed it down a little, we might want to bring things up a little bit too. Let's take a tree pose first. and then maybe go into some burpees. For tree pose, it's sort of the same idea as that balancing half moon coming from five-pointed star. You're going to push off with your left leg, but instead of tilting the body into balancing half moon, that left foot finds its home somewhere along your right leg. That was a great transition, Deba. I hope you at home are treating this as your improvisational dance. Let your body move the way it hears your music and your philosophy. And you can plant that foot anywhere up or down the standing leg. That's beautiful. One more breath. The dismount will be into five-pointed star again, so go ahead and open it up. Spread those arms, yeah. Ready for tree pose on the other side. You'll push off with the other leg. Finding your tree. And feel free to move however you want to move. One more breath in and out. And tree release down. And you can kind of shake out stuff if you want. Coat sleeves or shaking water off or whatever feels nice for you. Drinking a little water but not too much because you don't want it all jiggling in your belly when you do the burpees. Now, if you're not a burpee girl or boy or man or child or woman or whatever, if you're not a burpee person, uh, don't take the burpees. Do your favorite thing. Maybe you have a jump rope around and you want to do a little jump rope. The activity here is just to raise the heart level. Can you demonstrate for them, Deborah? So if you're not sure what a burpee is, let's demonstrate right here. Up, down, hands on the ground, hop back, hop forward. Whoa, you are a burpee girl. Up, down, hop back, hop forward. She's making it look really easy. And she's going slowly, which actually is a little harder than going quickly. So you take it your way. I want you to be uber in tune with your core here. Try not to flop. I want you to really use those muscles, engage all of them. We're going to try a few more of these. How's it feeling for you? It's okay? Oh man, I'm very, very lucky. And it's just a kind of fun thing to do. And it's pretty body friendly. And you can get your heart rate up really quickly here. 5 more if you can. 5, 4, 3. And you guys know this is what Saturday morning is all about, right? You have to experience your Friday night to understand what Saturday morning's all about. Or actually, you have to experience your Saturday night to understand what Sunday morning's all about. Something like that. It's a great saying. I love it. I don't know if it holds true for this. How are you? Are you good? Oh, you're such a great sport. Face your device again. Let's interlace our fingers, please, and place your shin inside your interlaced fingers. So we take a standing wind removing pose. This is so great for the glutes, guys. But you definitely don't want that leg pulling you down. All right, so you have to go in, belly's drawn in, belly lifts up, and that's going to help you hold up this whole thing. Now, relax your shoulders down and back. Some breaths in and out. Stand tall, don't you fall. Remember that old song, Human Pride? It's only human pride. Yeah, Stand Tall it was called. So Stand Tall from the 70s. Yeah. Belly draws in, lift up, shoulders down and back. Two more breaths. In and out. Again. In, out, and release that leg down. And you are welcome to like shake out those ankles a little bit. Whew. All right. One more side, okay? So the left knee comes up and interlacing those fingers. What you really want to focus on is that right glute. So the glute of the standing leg's going to help you out there. Now, try not to collapse forward. Here we go. Stand tall. Don't you fall. Belly draws in. Lift up. Shoulders up and back. Breathe. Find all the length in that spine. One more breath. And release. All right, shake them out. Maybe a little just side to sides might feel good. Coat sleeves. Want to do just a little more work with you since this is power yoga. We're going to bring that right leg up one more time. So you've already had a nice experience raising that leg. I want you to raise it for me one more time as high as you're able to. The higher you get that thigh, the stronger you're going to make your hip flexor. Then take your hands like this and press down on that thigh. So let's put some pressure on that thigh and let the thigh push right back up at the hands. So it's like a little disagreement between the hands and the thigh, and they're pushing up against each other, and no one's going to relent here. So no one's going to give in. Good. And then the hands say, okay, we'll come on your hips now. And that thigh stays up there. And again, the higher the better, guys. Let's push the heel out, straightening the leg, and then bend the knee. And push out and bend the knee. And push out and bend the knee. And push out and bend the knee. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, shake it out. So cute. The comment, someone says, I'm sorry for the tardiness. Here's the truth, Sandra. You can come into these live streams anytime you want, 24/7. You're never late. Now, if this were a real class, it would be a totally different story. Our front door would be locked. Here, you come anytime you want and visit us frequently, please. All right, here's the other side. So we put the weight into the right leg and the left leg comes up. And again, you're just going to press down on that thigh, and that thigh is going to push up at the hands. And your whole core is going to keep this little argument between thigh and hands within the ring. So push down, push up, breathe. And when you've had enough, hands come on the hips, ready to kick it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. We're going to take it down for a little bit of ab work. Maybe to get down there, how about a burpee? Inhale up, exhale down, hop back. What do you think? Ready to chaturanga? Bending at the elbows, low plank, and just let it relax down there. You guys went 50 minutes straight. Well, 45 minutes straight. 43 minutes because I chatted. You can bend your knees here and you can go side to side with the legs. We still do have masks, Mary Beth masks. She's on to her next Goodwill, Great Will project, which is the Clean Up Framingham trash pickup walks. So you can go on her son's Facebook page, Clean Up Framingham, with Michael Croce if you want to join us for picking up trash, cleaning up our city. And of course, the other thing is the MB Mask Buddies. They make these and keeping everybody safe. There you go. There, that's it, Instagram. Okay. Uh, Venmo donations at Mystic Fitness are still very welcome and very needed. So feel free to donate if you have the means to do so. And if not, I just beg you, come to our classes. That's all. We love you. So join us for yoga all the time. All right. And please stay safe and stay happy and positive. Airplane. Ready? Spread the arms. Don't spread the legs, but bring the legs back behind you and bring them together and make them nice and strong. Empty your body. Exhale. Inhale. Yeah. Inhale and lift. So chest lifts and thighs lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Take a few more of these. Two more. Fantastic. Quad stretch. Bend your right knee, please. Grab your foot with both hands. So reach back and wrap those hands around that right ankle or foot. Bring your thighs toward one another. So that's going to help you point that right thigh straight back behind you, yes? Now pull that thigh muscle from the inside of it. So I want you to just stretch that muscle. Bring your heel closer to your butt. Keeping your face and chest on the floor. Inhale, lift your thigh. And exhale and lower. Inhale, lift your thigh. Exhale and lower. And take some of these. Lifting thigh, lowering, lifting, lowering. Two more. Lift, lower, lift, lower, and release. Left side. Bend the left knee, grab your foot or your ankle inside both hands. I like to use both hands because that is a nice shoulder stretch. Ready, students? In first, thighs come together, then stretch that left thigh toward the back of your room. Bring your heel closer to your butt. And if you have it in you, raise the thigh up, and it can just be the height of a hair, right? Doesn't have to be high at all. And lower. And raise and lower. Raise, lower. Just take some of that movement. Breathe. And release. Windshield wiper those legs. And let's roll over onto our backs. We'll get a little more ab work in. Deba had recommended we do some scissoring today. So perhaps that could be part of our theme. I thought it was a great idea. First, bring your thighs to your chest. You'll bend your knees, wrap your arms around your legs. You might want to put on the music for these. And please raise your heels up in the air. So let's stretch those legs up. Good. Hands come behind the back of your skull, nice and low, maybe where the neck and the skull meet. Spread those elbows apart. And then bring your shoulders or your upper back a few inches off the floor. Just holding that stance is a nice exercise, but we are also going to vertically scissor the legs, dropping one at a time. Nice. And take your time with this. Now, if you can't do it with straight legs, you can bend your knees and you can just tap a toe each time. So you can bend knees and point the toes. There you go. That's sort of a little more girly. Does that feel good though? Is that a nice one? Yeah, it does alleviate some of the back strain. So you have options here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, give yourself a stretch. So a couple of ways. You can either do your stick pose, nice and long. and or bend your knees and wrap your arms around your legs, just giving yourself a big old hug. And another slight form of scissoring, although it's called bicycle, we'll put our hands behind our head again, so the same format there, and spread those elbows. You're going to bring the thighs just above the hips. You can drop one of your legs. So how about dropping the left leg and straightening it out, and it just hovers the floor, and bring the opposite elbow to that knee. Good. And then changing and changing and changing. Good. And then going slowly the way Deba is more difficult than going quickly, because at this pace there's no momentum involved. This is all muscle. At a faster pace you start to introduce momentum, and that kind of gets you through. So if you want more of a challenge, just slow things down. Find the breath, stick with it, let it be your tool for getting through this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about legs up in the air and grab the insides of your feet, take a happy baby. And you can just kind of rock and roll to the sides. One more. One more. We'll bring our legs up in the air. Option to take your hands and put the palms on the floor and place those hands around your tailbone or underneath it, just for some nice cushioning. All right? Here we go, guys. Point your toes and flex your feet and drop your heels 6 inches. Point, flex, and drop. Point, flex, 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 and drop. When the heels are hovering, you can open and close those legs. And relax. Keep your hands where they are. We're going to get one more set of that. When you're ready, students, the feet come back up in the air above your hips. And here it goes. Point, flex, drop, point, flex, drop, point, flex, drop, point, flex, drop. You know what we're doing. 6 inches at a time here. And when the heels are just hovering over the floor, open and close scissors. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let it all go. Release those hands. Relax, soften. Let's see. I don't think. Okay, there's Deba way down at the bottom there. Yeah, we're barely on our Instagram camera, so um, that's what I was doing. All right. Bend your knees, soles of feet on the floor. Open up those legs, separating the feet, and windshield wiper to one side and the other. And that's what is going to loosen up that lower back. Let's take my favorite lower back exercise that there is. We'll then straighten our legs and bring the right knee above the right hip, and your calf is parallel to the floor. So if you're not sure, take a look at the monitor and look at how Deba is. Then she opens her right knee out to the right, and then she straightens the leg and brings her heels together, rotating the right leg inward. Knee up, knee out, straighten the leg and rotate leg inward. Good. Take a few of these, guys. You may feel all kinds of cracking. When I do that one, I'll crack in my upper back even from this. So this is a really, really great way to take care of your lower back here. And make sure you take care of the other side as well. So let's get the other one. The other leg, left knee comes up, right leg is relaxed on the floor. Left knee comes out, push your heel down and roll that leg inward. Good. Oh, it's late. Stay for 2 more minutes. All right, bending the knees, taking a figure 4 here. So we'll put our right ankle over our left thigh. And I like to use a block for this one. So if you can reach a block here, my love, taking a block and then pushing your thigh uh, away from you here. For a very body-friendly hip opener. Take some breaths. We'll take the other side when you're ready. This is a really body-friendly version of half pigeon. One more breath here. And gently releasing out. Choosing your Shavasana now, you might want to be in the corpse pose, just lying flat on your back, or perhaps lying on your back but with your legs up in the air for waterfall position. So if you feel like you're going to be on your feet a lot today, maybe you want to elevate your legs up in the air and let the blood kind of drain out of the legs. If that feels like too much, lying in corpse pose might be more to your liking. Or perhaps Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining bound angle position, soles of feet together and knees drop out to the sides, and maybe you place blocks underneath your thighs to support. Do give yourself rest always, after all work. You stay in your Shavasana as long as you wish. I thank you all so much for coming to class live with us this morning, or if you're watching this later on or on another day in the future. Thank you for supporting our virtual studio, and I hope I see you guys back in class soon. We'll be back virtually tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Kelly Mays. Um, Probably Kelly and I'm guessing Deba. She's in Shavasana right now, so I'm not going to wake her up or ask her. But we'll be here. All right, guys. We hope you're here too at 9 a.m. Have a beautiful weekend. And you guys are the best. I absolutely love you. All right. See you soon. Namaste.